Hey, Beanie here, and if your Monday mornings constantly feel like chaos, everyone's running around a lot but not a lot's actually getting done, then this video is for you. I'm going to run you through a 90-day plan that's just behind me here that I've used 3 times in the last 18 months to turn around reactive firefighting teams into well-oiled machines. You'll see exactly how we move from hand-cranked reactive operations to teams that operate with clarity and cadence, which deliver compounding results. I'm going to show you how to use concordance, a structured weekly rhythm, and a few seriously underrated fundamentals. Watch the plan, and if it resonates and you think I might be the Ryan that you need, then reach out. Right, if you watched yesterday's Manic Monday live, you already know that the key problem isn't what everyone tends to blame for Monday being manic, which is the schedule. Today, I'm going to show you why continuous improvement, despite all best intentions and the quality of the people that are trying to actually implement it, it can actually be creating manic in your Monday. We're going to have a look at how to fix the right things first. Walk away with complete clarity where you need to do, what you need to do, what your next step is. Just before, I'm going to show you a quick clip that gives you a massive hint as to what the problem is. Then we're going to walk it through on the whiteboard and fix it. Looking for who's to come on. If you've got a story that you want to come on and tell, something that your business is doing, something that your project's doing, something that one of your people are doing on your site, reach out. Say, we're keen to come on the live, Beanie, if you want me to run you through the ORCA process like I do every day. I'm on day 72 of 90 today. Looking for people that want to do that. So reach out about, just DM me the words, we're keen on doing a live, Beanie. We'll organise something. I'll send you a booking link. We can find a time that works and we'll crack on. All right. Play a real short clip. These are 3 of the best people in the lean space, 4 of them, on the planet. All right? Big hitters. They know this stuff. They've done it before. There's one line that's right near the end of it. I'll give you a hint when it starts because he says tools and techniques. And this is where continuous effort, continuous improvement, generally falls down.
We're here with 3 powerhouses in the lean sector.
Some people saved money, made more profit. Recently, we've had a company who saved 8 weeks of production time.
We need to put them in the best position to survive, be flexible, be productive, be agile.
There's no substitute for direct observation. To see the turnaround of his company is just mind-blowing.
Tools and technique, that's the easy bit. It's getting your leaders engaged, motivated, and being able to sustain it. That's the real challenge.
Tools and techniques are the easy bit. It's getting your leaders engaged, motivated, and able to sustain it. That is your real challenge. Now, why? Technical issues. I wouldn't believe it. Right. The problem is most lean people love the tools and the techniques, and that's the easy bit. It's getting leaders engaged, motivated, and able to sustain it. They also don't understand what we're going to talk to in a minute, which is theory of constraint. What we need to focus on first, how actually improving the wrong thing at the wrong time, even though we might be improving it, actually slows the system down. Doesn't improve the system. It's what's called local optima. They optimise to fix things that they like fixing, instead of looking at the system from a global perspective and going, this is a real issue, this is what we need to fix first, this is what we have to work on first. That's where it all falls apart, and then it starts arguing. So can see eyes off on their own, fucking choose your own adventure. These guys don't understand what we're trying to do. We've done all this hard work, but there's no actual results, and a lot of these ones go on. It's their fault. Okay, we're going to fix that problem today. Dr. Eli Galbraith told us. Okay, let's go down. There's something called, Dr. Alan Bernard, if you don't follow him, you need to follow him, okay? Something called the 5 focusing steps of theory of constraint. So the first step is define the system of a goal. What do you want to achieve by when? We need to have a real clear picture. So for me, I want to 2x, twice as much EV and value, however you measure that, throughput for the system. I want to double that 3 days in a row. 1, 2, 3, a hat trick, inside 90 days. Everyone goes, that's impossible. So it's impossible unless, got the wrong question up there, we focus on the wrong things. Actually, I'm going to answer that question while we're here, which is, what's one problem you already know is creating Manic Monday for you, but you haven't had the space to fix it yet? If you want, DM me Monday, and I'll respond personally if you want some help on what do you do. So, identify the goal. That is our goal. That starts creating alignment. We've got a mission. Now, our mission is to hit that. Now we've got half a chance of getting operations and execution. I'm going to put continuous improvement probably in the operations bucket. Get them all on the same page and heading in the same direction. Number 2, we must decide how to better exploit, not waste, the system's hang on a second, I've gone too far down. 1, decide how to exploit the constraint. So we've got to work out what the actual constraint in the system. Where is the slowest part of the system? This is one of the things that the CI people miss. It's not just about eliminating waste, reducing that number, it's about increasing flow. We need to find the slowest point in the system and do what he calls exploit it. That means speed it up as fast as we can so that the rest of the system can move at the same pace as it. Dr. Eli Goldratt told us the constraint in any organisation is not the bottleneck, it's not the market, it's not resources, it's not any other problem that you want to think that it is. Constraint in any organisation is management's span of attention. We have to create focus. That's the constraint. We want to double throughput. We need to get people focused on eliminating the 8th waste, unused people potential, so that we drop this figure down from 90% non-value added activity, and increase this 10% value added activity. Move the whole system at the same speed. That's the constraint, focus. This is what I've been doing. The constraint for me with winning the school games is cash flow. Me having to sell time for dollars. That's why the first goal that I've got is to hit that 30k MRR. Once I do that, that frees my time up, the system can move quicker. That's the constraint in the system. The system can't move any quicker than that at the moment, than the amount of hours I've got to sell for the amount of dollars that I'll make. So I have to get away from that. I have to get away, move to value. What value do I deliver? Which is the reason that I created that little saying there. My value is in the outcome that I make inevitable, not the effort, busy work that I demonstrate, non-value added activity that I demonstrate. That's my constraint. While they're running around, continuous improvement people, I've got all best intentions running around plastering boards up on the wall, and love your vibes. Add me on Discord so that I can join your next stream. Username. Will do. Thank you very much for the comment. While they're all running around, best intentions, fixing things as quick as they can, focusing on the tools and the techniques. We've got this plan. This is our process. This is how we roll it out. No, it's not how it works. People come first. Eliminate the 8th waste. This is where it all falls over. Tools and techniques are the easy bit. It's getting your leaders engaged, motivated, and able to sustain it. That is your real challenge. Fortunately, we've got the ORCA process to do that. Decide how to exploit the constraint. So we're going to exploit the constraint by running a daily ORCA, running this loop. Teaching people how to see waste and create flow is how we exploit the constraint. When they see it, they stop and fix it, they do an ORCA. Do a lessons learned, photo and videos, share it laterally across the organisation via school. Each time they go through that loop, which we do daily, that's an action that drives resilience and drives muscle. They get better and better and better at it. 3, subordinate everything else to the above decision, change any rule in conflict with that decision. What it means by that is, this is now priority. It's our primary goal. Our primary goal is eliminate the 8th waste every day. We're doing that by this process here. Teach people to see waste and flow and using ORCA. Nothing else gets done until that's done first. If we want to truly go 2x, 3 days in a row, hit that hat trick inside 90 days, this is a must. Not a when we feel like it. Not, oh, Joe's not in today, we're not going to do it. Every day. Must happen. 4, elevate the constraint. If it's still a constraint, get more. Do more of it. The goal is to get 1% of our day. You're not going to come straight out of the blocks and do this like I do it every single day. I'm up to like, most of my videos run to about half an hour per day now that I do this process. It's not something I talk about that I think might work. I'm doing it every day. That's why I'm on day 72 of 90. That's why I'm still going, still doing it, because I follow and trust the process. The goal, the first one is by this 90 days is that we're doing 1% of our 24-hour day, 14.4 minutes of it is spent doing this. And see waste and increasing flow with the ORCA process. Might start with a couple of minutes. As we go, we ramp that up. Don't let inertia become the constraint. Go back to step 1. We don't just go, oh, we've got 14.4 minutes per day of doing ORCA. We're doing ORCA really, really well now. That's it. Okay. What's the next step? Next step is bring flexing, which is the planning part. I start with the debrief part first because it is focused on the continuous improvement. What do we find to fix next? What's the next constraint? Now that we've got ORCA in place and we've got a good system here, a good process to follow to reduce this waste, what can we do next? Where is the constraint next? Never let inertia, doing nothing, become the constraint. That's it. Get people to focus. Set your goal. Double your EV, your throughput, inside 90 days. 90 days is the overall time frame. 3 times in a row. It's probably not going to happen until you get out to about somewhere between 70 and 90 days. But it will happen if you trust the process. Find your 14.4 minutes per day. This is your constraint. Focus. Limited amount of attention. There's a reason why I'm doing ORCA every day, and ORCA is my number one thing, is so that I cannot go off track. A 30k MRR is my goal. Focus. What do I need to do every day? What's the constraint? The constraint is my focus. ORCA keeps bringing me back on track when I go off, if I go off. 70% of change management fails. You know how to move now from the lowest probability of being in the 30% that wins, that actually makes it stick. You've now moved up into this corner up here. Fastest and highest probability section. If you trust and follow the process. All right, time to run ORCA. I use, of course, my GPT ORCA Wingman. And interwebs, a little bit slow. Okay, it is Tuesday the 3rd of February 2026. This is a new shift. This steps me through the process. Removes the resistance. Speeds up the learning curve on how do we actually run this process. This is a home ORCA. I'll be literally doing this with your team like this. We would run it inside a chat, whichever type of, we'd train a chat or a GPT or an AI, whatever you want to call it, to run you through this process. Whether it be Claude, ChatGPT, whatever it is. We go through a process called prompt wrangling and we get it to, what it does is it recognises patterns, see where we're doing our tasks right and where we're not. Yes, the daily live is in process. Now, I did do my Kanban ticket yesterday. Oh, I didn't. That's even better. So I can tell it that I didn't because it had an extra step that it was supposed to add in, and I want to see if it does it. Task 1, yes. Task 2, no. Task 3, yes. He should ask me an additional question here that he normally doesn't. Task validation, verify full kit, no. Miss record, Kanban not written, proceeding. All right, didn't do it there. Today's objective was to reach out about another meeting. That's my only objective at the moment, is try and do these lives. Build relationship with people via live and reach out and go, hey, do you want to learn some more? Do you want to see what I do? Do you want to work with me? I do. Fantastic. Yes, the objective was achieved. Focus. But easy for me to run off on 100 different tangents. I had it already this year. Every time I see someone post about, oh, I'm doing this and this is working really good on Instagram. Shorts are working well. I had a good mate who got a platform for posting short form content. And it would be very easy to get sucked into doing it. I did quite a bit of it last year. Not that it doesn't work, just this is working the best for me. This is what I need to do. I need to not, apart from that little intro video, I've done a little bit of editing. I've stayed right out of my video editing this year and just gone live because video editing is a time suck. It takes a lot of time. That time needs to be spent building relationships and meeting with people who have potential to drive that 30k MRR. I don't have to think about what I'm going to do for live anymore. I've got 100 ideas running around in my head. It's not like I have to decide that I'm going to do it. It's just, it's like I wake up in the morning and I think, what am I doing in my life today? It's not a decision, oh, I've got to go and do my life. Decisions are all based around, I've got my weekly content formula that I use for Taki. So I've got an overarching picture, then I use my wingman to help me remove constraints and get to what I need quickly, particularly the comments, which we've got a live comment there today. That's the first one. That's a really good sign. And the posts, the stuff that I don't do particularly well, but AI does. What's the one problem you already know is creating Manic Monday for you? You haven't had the headspace or the time to fix it yet? Reach out or DM me Monday, Manic Monday, if you want to catch up for a chat about it. 15-minute call. I'll send you across to my booking page. You can book in for a 15-minute, what we call a triage chat. See if we might be a good fit to work together or not. Friction detected today. Step 0 partial. Kanban not trigger. That triggers the new debrief classification step. Right, he did do it. Today showed friction. We moved past it quickly, or did we mind deeply? The answer, what is the one thing we're extracting from today? One sentence, no actions. The Kanban ticket has been a thing that I've missed quite a few times. Well, not quite a few, but a number of times. If you go back and have a look back through the history of this chat. It doesn't stop me doing what I need to do, but I don't like the fact that I've missed it yet again. I've got to get something in place. What I was doing before was actually grabbing the sticky notes. I need to go back to doing this, and the Sharpie before I finished the live, so I had them in my hand and I went and wrote it straight away. See what he says. Probably say that's a bit long-winded. He'll shorten it up, debrief it. Extraction, 1 sentence. Kanban miss happens when momentum is high, not when capacity is low. Proceeding. Actions for tomorrow. Before I set task, confirm the calendar branch. Tomorrow is a weekday. It's a Wednesday. By the way, this is how you use AI properly. And you get started with it. Spoke to this the other day. Most people just jump in and go, what do we got? What busy work, this crap here, non-value-added activity, can we throw AI at? You know what happens? Creates a massive mess. First thing you need to do is eliminate it. Do we need to do this task or do we not need to do it? Second thing is we need to create a process for it. Once we've got a process, then we look at the AI, and we automate it, and if we need someone to take over with it, we use situational leadership to hand it off. Actions for tomorrow, weekday, verify full kit, write physical Kanban ticket, run the daily live, daily execution index. Today is 2 from 3. Do you want to run the optional no reflection loop today? Day 72, anointing close cleanly. That's 80%. ORCA streak intact. Tomorrow, they're my 3 tasks. Same 3 tasks that I've had for quite some time now. We're almost set. This is almost automatic. Like hopping in the car, put the seatbelt on. Don't even have to think about it, it just happens. Take that, use it, make it a great week. We're back in tomorrow. We're going to spark conversation, add a question, run a poll, or drop a bold take that gets them talking. Have to put a little bit of thought into that. Take it, use it, make it a great week. Reach out if you want some help with that question. What's the one problem you already know is creating Manic Monday, but you haven't had the space to fix it yet? If you want, DM me Monday and I'll respond personally, not an AI. You won't get a bot responding from me on that chat. Speak soon. When I went to school, the teachers had a name for me. Disruptive. Turns out though, inside school with a K, that's my biggest advantage. Inside construction school, I run a community where project and business leaders come together to flip the script. We're literally building the anti-project management playbook. And that's driven by the fact that over 7 decades of data tells us that what the construction industry currently does doesn't work. We focus on the 12 causes of project failure and how we use the 9 rules of flow to mitigate them. What happens is you get less drama, more predictability, and leaders that start leading instead of reacting. So yes, I was disruptive in the classroom, but now that's being put to good use inside school. If you've got a disruptive streak and you want to start your own community or join construction school, there'll be a link around here somewhere, and I'm sure you know what to do next. That's school with a K, not the one with a CH. I really hated that place.